Good morning, children, online and here in the congregation. It's good to see your smiling faces. So who here has chores they have to do at home? Chores they have to do. It looks like some of you are getting away with not having to do too much. You know, I have a story for you about chores. Washing dishes. Do you guys do washing dishes at home? How about the parents? You have to wash the dishes? Yes. So washing dishes. Brother and sister. It's an older brother and a younger sister. And the older brother and the younger sister had to do the chore of washing dishes, and they did it for years. Well, the younger sister figured out something. Her brother loved to talk about stuff. And so she started asking him all sorts of questions. What was his favorite movie, his favorite song? All sorts of things to get him distracted. See, while she was asking questions, he was washing the dishes. And all she had to do was sit back and continually make sure that he was talking. So she went for years without ever having to do the dishes and letting her brother do them. Well, the brother went off on a trip one day, and by the time he came back, well, it had been some time. And now they were washing dishes again. And the sister tried to pull the wool over her brother's eyes again, started talking with him. Well, it had been some time since they had washed dishes together, and he realized, my sister's not washing dishes. And he confronted her, and she kind of gave a smile and said, well, I haven't been doing it for a while. Now, the brother could go to the parents and say, she's never been washing dishes. She must wash dishes and pay back for all that she didn't. But no, he just kind of smiled and forgave her and still loved her as his little sister, but didn't let her get away with it ever again. Well, that kind of reminds us in a small way of what Joseph did for his brothers. Now, could we get the next slide there, Kurt? There we are. There's Joseph with his brothers, and he's forgiving them. You see, one of the things that happened during that time was that Joseph's brothers sold him into slavery, and they thought he would be mad at them. So they said this to Joseph, please forgive the transgression of your brothers and their sin, because they did evil to you. Now, Joseph could have really put them in jail, but he says this to them. As for you, you meant evil against me, but God meant it for good, to bring about that many people should be kept alive as they are today. Joseph, sold into slavery, pretended to be dead by his brothers to their father. He could have easily been angry at them and thrown them into jail, but forgives them of this great sin that they committed against him. This story about Joseph and his brothers and the story about washing those dishes reminds us that the Lord forgives us and calls us also to forgive others, forgive our brothers and sisters, our family, and our friends. We continue our service with the hymn of the day.